Welcome back, Dire Wolf here. Today I'm going to bring you a video from the YouTuber Fatgirlflow called Dear Former Fatty. Flow's channel mostly focuses on fashion, makeup, and body positivity. Body positivity is a movement that pushes that being fat is okay, and that you should love your body no matter what size it is, and that being fat is beautiful, and that the belief that being fat is not beautiful and not attractive is a cultural construct that can be changed and should be changed. This movement completely rejects all medical science and studies that show that being overweight is bad for your health. There's already been a lot of response videos to body positivity movement YouTubers that have completely torn apart their narrative. The reason why I'm picking this particular video is not only do I want to disprove the narrative of body positivity, but also I want to respond to the fact that Flo attacks another woman who was very obese and who has lost weight, and she is critical of that woman for losing weight. This woman is Rosie, who was a plus-size model who was extremely plus-size. And this woman lost 200 pounds and was still a size 16. Now, a size 16 on her is a much healthier weight, which will extend her life. And most people should be happy for her. In fact, Rosie is very happy, and she is saying that she's happy. And it is the fact that Rosie is saying she's happy publicly that is what pissed off Flo. So that's the setup for this video. Now it's time to go to the horse's mouth. Roll clip.
Recently, a model by the name of Rosie was featured in People and Daily Mail and a few other places, and the headlines all read something along the lines of plus-size model loses 210 pounds and her career takes off. And I just need to talk about how the discussion of weight loss within the plus-size community is a hindrance to our goals of body positivity.
I think you got this backwards, Flo. Your body positivity shouldn't get in the way of your goal of being healthy and happy. You can both be positive about your body and also be seeking to improve your life and improve your body. They aren't mutually exclusive. It's unfathomable in my mind that you could justify discouraging someone who is that obese or someone that is your own size from losing weight when it would only has a positive influence on their lives. Who cares if members of the quote-unquote fat community are jealous or sad or angry that this woman made a positive step in her life to better her own health? Who cares if you're angry that she's healthier? You shouldn't be discouraging her from doing the right thing for herself. This isn't about hating someone who is fat or thinking they're less of a person. If anything, they're more of a person. It's about their medical health. Do I really need to go down the 50 different medical conditions that are directly related to being obese? Don't worry, I will. But first, let's hear a little more of her insane rant. Roll clip.
So Rosie, I guess, has been a model for a long time, and she obviously has weighed a lot more than she does currently.
Why do you sound personally offended that she lost weight? Are you jealous or something?
I happened to follow her Instagram for about 7 seconds back a couple months ago, and it was a lot of talk about weight loss and dieting and exercise and stuff, and I just kind of pieced the fuck out pretty quick.
Because hearing someone talk about making healthy choices offends you somehow. Okay, tell me how.
And this is not because I am not happy for someone who is falling in love with their body. I am absolutely thrilled that Rosie is able to find self-love and she is able to get to a place where she thinks her body is amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty happy she can reach down there again. Now she can do all the DIY she wants. Do you miss that, Flo? Do you miss that?
I think that that's a really beautiful thing, and I think it's a really hard journey to go on.
You know when someone gives you an insincere compliment just so they can insult you right after? That's kind of what this feels like.
And I also think that if you have a huge following of people and you're in the public eye and maybe you say you stand for body positivity and fat positivity, creating your entire social media life around losing weight isn't a great way to promote those things.
Again, Flo, just because you talk about taking responsible steps to take care of your health doesn't mean that you are opposed to having a positive view of your own body. However, if you have an objective view, a intellectually honest view of your body, you know that being that size is not healthy for you, and that even though you can be comfortable being the way you are, there will be consequences to your health if you remain that way. If you were being honest with yourself, you would know this. You should never discourage or shame someone for taking positive steps for their own health. I think the reason you're upset with Rosie is because you don't think you could do what she's done. Because you've had eating disorders your entire life. When you were young, you had an eating disorder that led to you eating too little and starving yourself and getting medical conditions from that. And now as you're older, you have eat too much and you've gained weight and have gained an unhealthy body because of that. So you've just given up on trying to meet the middle ground and just eat the right amount and work out the right amount and be healthy. So since you've given up and you see someone else succeeding in something that you deep down wished you could do, you are bitter towards them. That's not fair. If you choose not to take the correct steps to lose weight, or if you physically cannot lose the weight, it doesn't mean you should be bitter towards someone who can. You should be happy for them because they are bettering their lives, and just because they're happy they better their lives and they told people how doesn't mean they're somehow oppressing or offending you. Flo, somehow I think you don't realize how horrible you sound right now.
First of all, I want to talk about how these headlines say that she lost weight and then her plus size career took off. And they talk about this as if that is shocking, as if we should all be surprised that plus size models also adhere to European beauty standards. Wow, I'm so shocked.
No one's shocked that someone who looks healthier is also more attractive. I think they're more focusing on the fact that they're surprised she was able to lose 200 pounds. Most people who get more than 200 pounds overweight have a lot of trouble ever getting back to a healthy weight. So that should be applauded.
The plus size modeling industry is not some safe haven for body positivity and fat people. They're all playing by the same beauty standards that everybody else is. So to insinuate somehow that we should all be surprised that Rosie lost all this weight and then her modeling career took off is basically like saying, woman lost weight and suddenly is successful. I'm so surprised.
Not only was she more successful, she's also happier, she's healthier, and her life is improved in many different places. You should read that article. Maybe give you some incentive to try to change your life. Instead of you being such a bitch towards her, maybe you should learn from her. She was practicing body positivity because when she looked in that mirror and she saw a woman who was very, very obese to the point where most people would give up and say, this is just me, I cannot change, she said, this is me, but I can be better. And she had strength of will to stick to a plan that took a very long time. You can't lose 200 pounds in a week or a month. It takes a lot of time, and she was devoted to it. And she had strength of will and strength of mind, and she bettered herself, and she was positive about doing it. How pathetic are you, Flo, for attacking this poor woman and diminishing her great success? Now I know additional body mass does reduce blood flow to the brain, but please try to stick with me and comprehend this. This poor woman losing weight to improve her health in her life for her reasons does not affect you. It does not oppress you. It does not hurt you. In fact, it's none of your business, okay? You don't need to bitch about it. You need to think about how your words could affect someone else who is obese, who's thinking about taking a healthy step to reduce weight, but when they see you disparaging this woman for doing the same thing, they might choose not to. Think about how destructive and toxic your ideology is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For again showcasing how fat people are oppressed and showing us the pedestal on which thinness is placed. Appreciate it.
Get this straight, you're not oppressed. And yes, someone who makes positive choices and improves their lives and is a good example to other people should be praised. And yes, they should be on a pedestal. Rosie, don't listen to people like Flo. You're beautiful, and I'm so happy that you are happier and healthier. I wish you the best, and I commend your strength.
The only thing this article did was further illustrate how little representation fat people have.
What do you mean? They represent far more physical space than someone much smaller than them. But I fail to see how this is a justification for you attacking Rosie over her making healthy choices.
I saw a response video that Rosie made after people had kind of said, wow, Rosie, we're a little bit disappointed in your language in these articles, because apparently she had said a few things regarding health and how she's a happier person, and while she was really talking about her journey and of course how it was valid to her, she really didn't take the time to explain why losing weight doesn't make her a better person than anyone else.
Why does she have to tell anyone that it doesn't make her a better person? This is her choice to improve her health. This has nothing to do with you or anyone else. And she doesn't need to justify that she doesn't think she's better than you just because she got healthier. What she did was smart. She reduced her chances for headache, stroke, vision loss, diabetic neuropathy, asthma, sleep apnea, pulmonary embolism, pulmonary hypertension, diabetic kidney disease, kidney cancer, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, irregular heartbeat, heart attack, heart failure, poor circulation, blood clots, leg and ankle swelling, low back pain, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, reflux disease, colon polyps, colon cancer, diabetes, vitamin D deficiency, other vitamins and mineral deficiencies, liver cancer, gallstones, gallbladder cancer, regular menstruation, infertility, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer, and many other diseases that she has lowered her chances for. The articles that I'm linking in the description of my video show a 100% link between the size of your body and the health of both your body and your mind. This medical science is not oppressive, it's not an insult, and it's not saying you're any less of a person. It's just the true, objective facts. You don't want to accept those facts, or if you're happy the way you are, fine, I don't care. That's your life to live the way you want. However, how dare you? How dare you discourage and diminish and demonize the poor woman who did the right thing, and in the same time you're discouraging every other woman who watches your videos who is thinking about doing the same thing. You are a despicable person, not because of your weight, because of your character. You have no strength of character. You're being selfish and self-serving, and in doing so you are harming other people who watch your content. You as a YouTuber with so many subscribers need to be held to a higher standard. You influence people. You are a vile human being, and I am sorry I've had to watch your video so many freaking times just to edit my own. If you apply the same logic to any other illness, say cancer, and you tell the person all you have to do is follow these steps, eat these foods, and work out this routine every single day, and you'll be cured of this cancer. And if you don't, you will slowly die, and you'll have a shorter lifespan than people who don't do those things. I could understand if you say, oh, those things are too hard for me to do. But what I could never understand is for you to say, oh, well, that person did those things, cured themselves, they're bad, they're evil, they make me look bad, they make me feel bad about myself. How despicable. See what you did there? You made me forget how to say despicable. Okay, guys, I think that means this video is coming to a close because I'm losing my ability to speak. So, if you're a person who's overweight, you're not a bad person. I know losing weight can be very hard, and I encourage you to do what you can to remain healthy. I don't want you to be skinny. Don't starve yourself. Try to make easy things to improve your routine. Try to add a few more steps. Try to eat a few less calories or a few more healthier foods. Don't do anything drastic, because any drastic change you make in your life, anything that is crazy over the top, is both hard to maintain and usually not healthy for you, okay? So I encourage you to do what is healthy for you. Consult a doctor. Don't do anything drastic. And if you have any questions, please leave me questions in the comments. I will do whatever I can. I will give you any studies I can to help you. I'll even write you a workout routine if that's what you really need, okay? And now, because I said that, I have a whole bunch of trolls asking me for workout routines. Well, on that note, Direwolf out.
My standards are plenty fucking high. My body is literally perfect. It meets my standards perfectly.
Bullshit. Your standards are piss poor.